Hi everybody, Susan LaCroix, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I'm here to show you a new technique that I've watched over the last few days. It's called the Stamparatus Slap. And I'm going to give a shout out to Tandra Boyer and Claudia Perry. Both of these gals have done this technique online, and so I thought it might be kind of fun to play with it. So I spent yesterday afternoon playing. So let me show you what I've come up with. For the first project, I'm going to use the Flourishing Phrases stamp set with this little flower guy and some rose red ink. And you'll also need a Stampin spritzer filled with water and a piece of cardstock. So, let me get my magnets out. I wrap washi tape around it. Whoop, hello. Okay. Well, let's just mess this up. Okay. So it's easier to grab them from the back or even off this piece. All right. So I'm going to put a piece of Whisper White cardstock here and anchor it down with the magnets. Take my stamp set, and it doesn't really matter where it goes because on this card you'll see I trimmed it down. So, all right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rose red ink and really ink up this flower really well. So even if it's a little bit dry, I would advise you to re-ink it because you want a lot of ink splatter. All right, so I'm playing around. I kind of decided on 3 spritzes seemed to be a good amount. So 1, 2, 3, and then just slap it. Ooh, I'm seeing some good splatter here. So look at that. Holy cow, that's a lot of splatter. So that's kind of the idea of this. And then what I'm going to do is dry off my plate and my stamp because I'm going to stamp over it now just regular. And I'm just going to wait a second till it dries. I think that's pretty good. Nice thing about it is you can restamp it because the placement tool is wonderful. All right, that doesn't look real even. Okay, and this time I'm not going to slap it. I'm just going to fold it over and press it down. Okay. All right, so you can kind of see the look I'm going for, and this is a great example. It probably wasn't quite dry enough, so because it's on a placement tool, I don't have to worry about trying to line it up again. I'm just going to add some more ink and stamp it again. The beauty of a Stamparatus. All right, let's see. Okay, so that's a little bit more. I probably should have let it dry a little bit better, but I didn't. And so let me show you a finished project using this stamp set. I just took an embellishment from Petal Passion for the center of the flower, stamped a tag, and used some of the shimmer black ribbon and made this little card. So you can kind of see, and each card obviously comes out different. So, wow. All right, so for the next one, I'm going to just take this off and clean. And I always keep some baby wipes and paper towels handy. I found that to be very useful yesterday when I was playing. All right, so get that cleaned up, dry it a little bit. I'll clean it better on my Stampin' Scrub later. Let's move some of this out of the way and get ready for our next project, which is going to use the beautiful U stamp set, and I'm going to use the big butterfly. All right, so I'm going to put another piece of cardstock in here, up against here, anchor it down with my magnets. I cut some grid paper down too, like 7 by 7, just to kind of help me line some things up too. So I found that pretty handy. All right. So I'm going to put my big butterfly here, put it on my plate. And this time I'm going to use Bermuda Bay and Pacific Point ink. And I'm going to start with the Pacific Point. We're going to do 2 colors on this butterfly. So for the first part, let me stamp up my butterfly. Make sure I have a lot of ink on there. Again, I'm going to use 3 spritzes. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to slap it. So if you're really aggravated at somebody, you can slap your Stamparatus. All right, so again, lots of nice splatter. Let me clean the ink off this guy. Make sure it's good and dry. Dry off the water. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Let me close this up and open up my Pacific Point just to give that a few more little seconds to dry. And I'm going to just stamp normally. I'm not going to splatter the Pacific Point on there. So, all right, I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's see what we get here. So we're just going to stamp over it. Ooh, how pretty is that? Isn't that sweet? All right, I like all the good splatters on this guy. Let me show you the finished project with that. So I used the Bermuda Bay cardstock base. I embossed the Pacific Point piece with the Seaside and embossing folder. Added some rhinestones for the head and the body. And added, I don't know if you can see it on camera, some wink of Stella, just to make my butterfly shimmer. And just added my greetings. So that's it. I mean, pretty simple. So here are the two projects again. I hope you have fun with this technique. It is a lot of fun. Doesn't take a lot of time. And as long as you have a mat under you, you'll limit your mess. Not that that's ever stopped me. But anyway, I appreciate you watching today. Have fun, have a great day, and happy stamping.